Okay, so rather than individual questions, why don't we just go directly to the discussion? And please feel free to ask questions. Jerry? If you could wait for the mic.
I yell. Originally for the Korean orbiter mission, I thought you were going to use a Korean launch vehicle. Is that still the case? Or are you looking at an international launch vehicle?
Okay. Yeah. Originally, our Korean lunar program was composed of 2 orbiter and 1 lander. The first one is KPLO. So due to the schedule of the development schedule for our Korean launch vehicle, so originally the KPLO was planned to launch with an international launch vehicle. Yeah, so that is the original plan.
A question about the GammaRay Spectrometer. With the large number of channels for the high gain or the low gain mode, 8,000 channels, and 2.5 gigabits per day, do you plan to downlink the full resolution data, or will we do some like compression or summing to reduce that volume coming down?
Yeah, we'll get the full energy, full spectra for both, channels.
Other questions? Guang, I have one for you, and this goes beyond KPLO.
Okay.
What are the general plans in Korea? I know that there was originally a vision for an eventual lander. Is this still under discussion?
Yeah. Normally, in order to create a new exploration space program, we have to follow some official process by initiating to perform the strategic planning study for the specific space program. So even though when we had the strategic planning study in 2013, so all are included in one study report. But anyhow, so we only first phase was officially approved. So very recently, we updated the strategic planning study report by doing the revising the previous one by changing a little bit, but still composed of 1 additional orbiter and 1 lunar lander. So we submitted the report on last March to the government. But in the meantime, the president has been changed. So the lander program is originally initiated by the president, previous president. So even though yesterday the new national agenda for the new our government administration announced, but anyhow. So still, our government is still hesitating to make an announcement for next lunar landing mission. So still, but anyhow, in the meantime, we are organizing the Space Exploration Committee to update our national plan. So I'm also the member of the committee. We hope to include the official plan into the national plan, but it is not easy to finalize some launch year and then something like that. So that is the current status.
Fair enough. Any other questions? I actually want to acknowledge someone out there. I'll just make this quick statement, and that's Ben Bussey. Ben has been doing what I suppose it's reasonable, Ben, to call shuttle diplomacy. He's made an awful lot of trips to to Korea. I know a number of others of you have as well, but without Ben's leadership, I don't think that there would be an American payload
Yeah, definitely.
on
Yeah.
KPLO. So Ben, thank you very much. I think this is going to be a very valuable contribution to the mission. So, Jerry.
Oh, one other question, going back. Previously, the philosophy that I saw in your designs was to have a similar bus for the second orbiter and the lander. Is that the same approach that you're bringing forward for your future plans?
You mean what do you mean the same orbiter?
No, kind of the structural bus that was used for the second orbital mission was going to be very similar to the structural bus for the lander, to try to save time and money. Is that going to be?
Yeah, I think that the design of the structural bus for the KPLO second orbiter will be almost the same, but the mission for the new additional orbiter can be changed according to the selection process of the scientific payload. But basically, we added the new orbiter to provide the communication relay to the lander for the just in case, and additionally doing some the additional scientific payload. So it has not been decided yet, but so according to the study report, current the scientific payload onto the KPLO can be extended to the new orbiter.
Okay, any more questions for either Wang or Kyung? Yeah, please. We get the microphone.
I couldn't see.
Yeah, it's coming.
So one more question about the GammaRay spectrometer. You mentioned helium-3 as one of the elements that would be one of those ones that has not been covered by previous instruments that you could cover. Can you comment on kind of the resolution you expect to have in terms of the distribution that you can map with the GRS?
Yeah, so if we have like 100, so it is like 700 kilometer plus minus 30 kilometers, and at 100 kilometers, our model calculation shows about 130 kilometer resolution. Yeah, and the helium-3, we are talking about titanium and iron. We're gonna, measure.
Okay, any last questions? All right, well, let's give our speakers another hand, please.